Yo, I tried. Okay, I tried. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I got a haircut. Yay, cool. It's really short and it's annoying me, but you know, gotta get the cut every now and then. But yeah, here I'm talking about a little trip I had over a couple weeks back. I'm recording the video again, re-recording it because the first one wasn't that great and I looked terrible. So, and then I got the shelf, so I was like, you know what? Let me just re-record it. And then I had so much more stuff going on that I could have just made separate videos for. But, would rather not. But yeah, I recently went to the city of New York. You know, the city that never sleeps, the Big Apple, whatever you want to call it. It's dirty, but whatever. It has its charm. But yeah, I'm very fortunate to live next to a train station that basically drops me off in the city, and then there is basically like a little section where like you can get manga, like it's with leave like 40th Street to like 50 something. But yeah, I've been going to that place for almost a year now, more than a year probably for some cases, but I've really enjoyed what I've been finding there, and I was like, you know what, it's my holy grail, so might as well share it with you. So here's some stuff from my trip. It's really short, but enjoy it. Yeah, really short. Roll the footage. Go. All right, yeah, that was it. That was all I could record. It's very awkward because I went on weekends. During the weekends, I usually go, so it's very packed and full, and then it's really just a decision of should I record, and will people be really offended or awkward with it? So I tend to not record. Maybe one time I'll record. Next time I'll go there, I'll record when I got more stuff to get. But yeah, there's a local Barnes and Nobles there. There's a Kittenmobile that I go to over there. And there's a book off that I really enjoy. So I'll talk about book off first. So book off is where if you have a book off near you, if you don't want the hassle of shipping and stuff, just go to a book off and you can actually sell your stuff there. You won't get what you would want for it, obviously, because you know they're kind of like the GameStop of manga and all that stuff. But it was just like, hey, I didn't have enough money that day, so I was like, let me just give these away, and yeah, cool. So I gave a bunch of stuff away, and then I wanted my first trip I initially wanted to do was, hey, what do I currently have in my wallet cash wise? I just want to spend that. I think like $50 or something, and so I was just trying to not use my card that day. So I gave away my stuff and then got like $25 in return. So I was like, okay, cool. It was a lot more than I would have asked for, but you know, it's what you get, so whatever. I took what I got. So for the first trip to book off, gotta put my phone down. So for the first trip, I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Volumes 4. I'm using webcam, so I don't know if it'll look great, but it has a little crease there, but it's whatever, I don't really care. Volumes 4, 19, and 20. So I recently got into Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time of this recording, I'll give you a little secret. The recording initially for this was like almost a month ago, but I got a lot more stuff, and I didn't want to make a bunch of like short videos, so I was like, you know what, let me just put it all together. And plus the first video was terrible. I've been watching the Yu-Gi-Oh! Original anime, the Duel Monsters anime. Currently finished it. I want to read the manga to see how it's like. I read the original manga where it's basically season 0, where everything's like all dark and stuff. But I wanted the duelist manga, and then I found a couple of them for cheap one time, and so I got them, and I've been collecting ever since. I've got a Right Stuff package coming soon that hopefully completes it. Actually, it doesn't, because I'm still missing one duelist manga. But yeah, I've ordered that one through eBay, so I'll hopefully by the time this recording is up on YouTube, I most likely have the entire duelist collection, so that's cool. I probably won't read it till like a few months later though. And then if you're wondering when is he gonna start the other series like GX, I won't get them as mangas, but I do have a plan of at the beginning of every year I'll watch the next series, so I'll watch GX till January of 2022. So yeah, that's cool. Alright, so my second trip to book off, I actually did a little thing where I got volume 6 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium World. So I was not initially gonna get Millennium World. I originally just wanted to get Duelist, and that was it. I could just read Millennium World online. I was currently in the Millennium World arc in the anime. I don't know how different it is between the manga, but yeah. I basically just got that on a whim because of Right Stuff. You'll see in my Right Stuff video, I had a whole planned out thing for the sale because it was the birthday sale, and so I wanted to get certain ones, but there was actually one thing that was out of stock, so that's cool. So yeah, there was one thing out of stock which sucked. There was one thing that sucked was that the moment I wanted to buy things is that there was one thing that was out of stock, and basically I wanted the free shipping, so I had to rearrange everything, and basically I wanted to get Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist manga, so yeah, currently I ordered 4 and 5, I believe, on Right Stuff. Volume 6, I'm missing 7, I don't know if there's an 8, I don't think there's a volume 8, and I'm missing 1 through 3, so I'm not collecting Millennium World, so yeah, cool. And then I also bought a bunch of stuff for HVL manga. Her page is right here. It should be in her July haul, I believe, because she got it yesterday. Yeah, and she like shot me out on Instagram, but yeah, I haven't even put up anything new on the channel. Yeah, I gotta put up that trailer, so the trailer should be up by now. Alright, so the next place I went to was Kinokuniya. Kinokuniya is like pretty much, if you collect manga, everyone knows about it, so yeah. And then it's like my go-to because the thing about Kinokuniya is that everything is sealed, so it basically feels brand new, and like the moment you get something sealed, it's really enjoyable. So yeah, the first trip I went over with a bunch of friends, by the way. The first trip that I went to, the plan was for all of us to get volume 1 of Chainsaw Man, because I believe like 2 or 3 days earlier that we went, they put up on their Instagram page that, hey, we have more in stock. So I was like, alright, cool, I'll come. And so sadly, no, they were all gone. Yeah, they were all gone. So but my friends were picking up other things. They were trying to get Jujutsu Kaisen, so I told them where because I have Jujutsu Kaisen everything but volume 9. So I was like, hey, this is where you start off if you want to pick up from the anime, which is volume 8. If you guys want to know, I watched Jujutsu Kaisen, where do I start from the manga? It's volume 8, like chapter, I forget the chapter number, but literally if you want to get it physically, volume 8 is where you start at, because the first chapter is literally the last episode of season 1, so yeah, a little give you there. So yeah, they got a bunch of stuff, and so the thing is that it's my favorite place to go, Kinokuniya, and then I realized this is like the first time in a while that I'm going to this place and I'm not getting anything, because they had nothing that I wanted, and so I was very bummed out, and I was like, I need to at least get one thing, because it just felt wrong. And then lo and behold, I just squat down on one of the shelves, and I found my Dress Up Darling, volume 1. Suki Notes actually a couple weeks ago put up a video where she read this, and it was interesting, so I picked it up. It was on my radar, just didn't think about it. Alright, my apologies, alarm went off on my phone, so yeah, got a little back here, but whatever. We move. But yeah, volume 1, really loved it. I read it. It's coming up on my reading log for the month. So that's cool. And then on my second trip to Kinokuniya, I said, you know what, screw it, because you'll see in a later video, maybe later, maybe earlier, who knows. I got volume 1 of Chainsaw Man, it's behind me, so I got volume 5, because when we went there, they had nothing but volume 5, and it was like, they had a bunch of volume 5s of Chainsaw Man and a bunch of volume 10s of Jujutsu Kaisen. So I was like, you know what, I can go back there, I can get volume 5. I really missed the boat on collecting these because it should have been a no-brainer to me. Like, it's the only series I've read twice. And again, I'll talk about it in my reading log because I reread it for the month. But yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. I should have gotten it beforehand, but yeah, I missed on the boat. So hopefully I can find volumes 2 through 4. I'm pre-ordering them now, so I should hopefully get volume 6 next month. Or this month, because you know, it's probably be in August. But yeah. Also, speaking of Barnes & Nobles, when I believe it's in that same video that I got Chainsaw Man 11, is that I asked for a bunch of other things for a friend, and so they directed me to a store that was like half an hour away, 35 minutes away, and they had a bunch of other things. I didn't go. My friend did because he wanted to get a bunch of things, and so when he went, it was just a bunch of manga. Like the walls were like filled with manga. It was like, dang, because like our Barnes & Noble just has like 4 or 5 shelves, and that's pretty much it. And then the one that's the other one that's closest to me also had like, it has a bigger amount, but it wasn't on the level of where he went. And so I was like, hey, can you check some stuff for me? And so he did, and then I walked away. Well, he walked away for me. I got volumes 33, and 34 of Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is a top 3 series of mine. So, my only regret when it comes to anime was finishing it too fast. I kind of rushed through Hunter x Hunter, and so I was upset the moment it ended. So I was like, you know what? I should probably get the manga now since I'm into collecting. And so, yeah, I wanted to do 1 through 4. I'll talk about it in my unboxing, because spoiler, there's probably another Hunter x Hunter volume in there. But yeah, I wanted to get chronologically, so like 1, 2, 3, so on and so on. And it could have been possible because the manga boom wasn't really a thing when I started collecting Hunter x Hunter, because like I could easily access them. They were in my local Kinokuniya, the one in New York. They were there, so it was easy to get them. So it was possible at the time, but now it's like hard. So I am now stuck with, hey, when you see one, check if you have it. If not, grab it, because yeah, that's my MO for now for Hunter x Hunter. And so I'm not gonna read any of them. I've already read 1 through 3. Have I read volume 4? I don't think I have. I have it with me, but I don't think I've read it. So my thing is that when I get all of them, I'll read it in its entirety all at once. But yeah. So yeah, that's it for that. Thanks to my homie for that. My friend, my best friend. You know, if you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, you get it. But yeah, the other place I go to in New York is actually something you wouldn't expect. I go to a comic book store, Midtown Comics. It's a thing in New York. I don't know if it might be a thing somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure it's just a New York thing. Yeah, when I went there, a funny story is that when I went there was plastered 40% off all over the shelves. So I was like, ooh, I can get 40% off whatever I get here. So cool, it's actually a steal. So I got one thing, and then I was gonna get volume 1 of High School of the Dead, because I've heard those are really rare now, because they're making omnibuses, or they've already made omnibuses. And I think I've read the entirety of the manga. I know the creator passed away, rest in peace, so it's not finished, but I think I've read the entirety of it. I think I have, but it was right there. It was a volume 1, it was sealed. And volume 1, no brainer, obviously. And so I grabbed it along with the thing I currently have, and they're like, yeah, it's only 40% off the back issue. So I don't know what that meant. I'm not a comic person, so I was like, alright, so no 40%. So I was like, alright, let me at least get one of these. So I dropped High School of the Dead, and in favor I got the one-shot, All You Need Is Kill. Put that in frame. All You Need Is Kill. It's always plagued me. I like the art. It's the same creator as Bakuman, which I want to get the box set of. I have the Silent Voice box set. If I were to get any other box set, it'd probably be the Bakuman one. I'd probably put it on the top of the shelf. And then also creator of Death Note and Platinum. I can't wait for Platinum the anime to see how that's like. And Platinum volumes look pretty because they're all sparkly. And I decided one day I'll get them, but then I heard that the series isn't that great, so yeah, whatever. So yeah, All You Need Is Kill. I picked it up because I was like, I want to get something at least. I don't like to leave stores empty-handed. It's not my thing. But yeah, so I got that. And so I was glad. Cool. Those are my 2 trips to New York. Like I said, I got a bunch of stuff for HVL. So you'll see that in her video. Shout out to her. She's really cool. She's been really cool with me. But yeah. That's it for the New York trips. And then I went to not my local Barnes & Nobles, but I went to another one, as you see in the video. It's like a pretty big one. I went there, and so they had a bunch of things that I needed. So I'm going to put my phone down again because, yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, they got more Hunter x Hunter because I knew they had more. So I got volumes 15, which is the only thing I have wrong is like their little crease in the top, but it's whatever. Got volume 15, got volume 17, volume 18, and then volume 26 is actually from my latest Barnes & Noble's trip. I didn't record anything. I just went because I had to pick up pre-orders. We'll talk about, but yeah, I got 26 from my local one, but I also got 27 from that big giant Barnes & Nobles as well. Yeah, that's all the Hunter x Hunter I got. And then surprisingly, they had Jujutsu Kaisen 11 early. So I think it's like a week and a half early. And so I was like, all right, it's a no-brainer. The thing that sucks is that I don't know if you can see with the spines. It's not as messed up on this one. It's all uneven. And then when I saw them, because they just had them all on the shelf. The spines were messed up. Like, they were really bad. Like, the spines were really messed up. They were really bad. And so I was like, all right, what's the best looking one? And so this was probably the one I came out with. And I was like, you know what? Because the back of the issues were showing them in the front, and they were showing by a reasonable margin. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to get that. I have the shelf now, so I got the best one, and this is probably the best one I could get. So yeah, cool. And sadly, I cannot read it yet because I don't have volume 9. Sucks. Yeah. And then, like I said, I pre-ordered stuff. I pre-ordered Jujutsu 11, which I found it earlier, so I didn't need it anymore. I ended up getting it for a friend. And then I pre-ordered Chainsaw Man 6, which that hasn't come out yet, but they were like, hey, we have this other thing that you needed. And so the last thing, as you can see behind me, I'm a really big fan of, the last thing I got was volume 20 of The Promised Neverland, the final volume. I've already read it. I'll save that for a video. I kind of want to review the entire series on its own for a separate video, but yeah. I'll just say, you guys hate too much. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my trip. You saw the clips. Barely any clips, but yeah, that was my trip. A lot of fun. If you like what I do here, do all the things that are relevant at the time of watching, because YouTube likes to change their things. If you want to support me in any way, just keep watching. And yeah, till then, see you when I see you.